The coastline here in Eastpoint has a very painterly look about it, and besides tourism, the main industry is seafood, oysters in particular. When you see a long flat boat like this one, you know it's for raking up oysters with a long handled tong. It's hard work. Harvesting them and preparations for market aren't easy, but many of the locals have done it for generations and are accustomed to the routine. The oysters are graded to size and rinsed in the shell. Some are boxed up and shipped off to the oyster bars and restaurants as far as New York City, ending up in delicious oysters Rockefeller, or oyster stew, or oysters on the half shell with horseradish. They're also really good fried in a light crispy batter, my favorite. Others are laboriously removed from their shells with skilled dexterity and sold by the pint. Watch how quickly it can be done when you know how. These are expert hands that make it look simple. Occasionally, you'll find a tiny seed pearl, not big enough for jewelry, but still it makes you feel like you've got good luck. It's happened to me several times, and I usually keep them in a little box to remind me of the trip. A huge mound of shells builds up behind the oyster house, and gulls and a few stray cats are happy with the leftovers. There are also shrimping boats that bring back large, tasty Gulf shrimp that can be bought wholesale or retail. Buying fresh seafood off the boat at a local market is something we like to do, and today we bought a red snapper just around the corner from where Roger's painting. Later on in the day we bought some smoked mullet, which was sold to me by a man in his 90s. Just as soon as you leave Eastpoint and cross over the 4-mile-long bridge, you'll be welcomed by the St. George Lighthouse in its new location. It was moved here from Little St. George Island and was lovingly reconstructed along with a brick keeper's house and museum. We took our little boat and visited it years ago when it was in a picturesque state of disrepair. Roger did several paintings of it. You can see how the sand washed away from the beach erosion and pounding surf and left the lighthouse leaning and destined to fall over, which it did. Fortunately, the people in the area valued it so much they raised enough money to relocate it, and we're glad because we like the new location. It's easy to get to, and you're allowed to climb the 92 stairs all the way to the top, where you'll get a great view of the Gulf of Mexico, the seemingly endless beaches, and vacation lodging. You know, families are having fun and probably planning a cookout. There really are miles of unspoiled, fine, sandy beaches to walk and play on, plus lots of great shells to pick up and areas that dogs can enjoy. Across the main street from the lighthouse, I went shopping in one of the galleries, which sells locally made pottery, photographs, silks, jewelry, and offers workshops. I recognized a lot of the scenes in the paintings because painters seem to be attracted to many of the same motifs. We also love the boardwalk in the beautiful state park on the east end of St. George Island.